Adarsh is a rising junior from the Bay Area, California. He has an extensive background in martial arts and self defense, as he has competed internationally and teaches it to students in his school and in his virtual nonprofit, Fit for Grit Academy. From his self defense training, Adarsh has learned a thing or two. So, next up, he will be speaking on how confidence may just be the best self defense.
Awesome. Thank you. So I love martial arts, and not like the Jackie Chan or Karate Kid martial arts, but like real martial arts. And I mean, I must, since I've been doing it since I was like 4. But there's something about it that just energizes me every time I do it. And I can't really put my finger on it, but I'd say kicking something or someone is definitely not a letdown. Learning martial arts has always been a way for me to define myself. Every technique, every form, every defense move outlined a part of who I became. After being hit in the head a couple times during sparring tournaments, I decided being hit was not fun, and I finally knew how my older sister felt every time I beat her up all these years. But more than anything, I felt that I needed to get better at self-defense. The more I learned self-defense techniques, the calmer and more controlled I felt. As I learned self-defense, my self-confidence increased, and in turn, I began using my confidence itself as self-defense. Let me explain. When I was learning martial arts as a young boy, my goal was to get strong and to give powerful punches before I can get any back. I trained in agility, shuffling to avoid attacks before giving my share of kicks and punches. In the ring, my blood would rush, and if you wanted to win, you needed to feel that adrenaline surge. It got so heated that when I would kick up, which is basically when you scream your lungs out when attacking, people would call me the lion because I was so loud. But once I left the ring, I missed that adrenaline rush, and I turned to learning weapons and self-defense. I soon realized that not only did I love learning self-defense, but teaching came naturally to me. During the pandemic, I took this new passion and created my nonprofit, Fit for Grit. My goal was to get like-minded youth instructors together to teach martial arts to as many youth around the world who could never afford it before. The pandemic needed us to stay fit, so our virtual classes taught fitness and self-defense using different martial art forms. It was very satisfying teaching young kids, especially as I saw them grow in confidence, not just in talking in class, but in their demeanor. Parents even remarked on the changes they saw in their kids. That sounds a little crazy now that I hear it out loud, but it's true. The students in my class showed more confidence, and their voices were less shy. It was a simple change, but a big impact. And confidence can really change you. When you keep your head up and shoulders back and you march down the street, statistically, you're less likely to be bothered or harassed. Java Byron of Thrive Global furthered this in 2020, saying that with a trusted toolset of self-defense in your back pocket, you most likely will never have to use it, simply because your confidence and high self-esteem emanates off you. He even continues that children taught martial arts from a young age were more confident and able to tackle issues in their daily lives outside of self-defense. And there are 2 great things about confidence. One is that confidence level is based solely on yourself. And the second is that you can fake it. To my first point, you cannot gain confidence by judging yourself against anything or anyone else. It has to come from inside you. I've only been training in self-defense for 3 or 4 years, one of which was virtual with me practicing at home, throwing my dad and sister around. And yet, I have this sense of confidence in myself. Now, my confidence may be misplaced, but the fact of the matter is that I have it and that I can use it. The second point I made is that confidence can be faked. The same way you can pull off faking knowing your anniversary or friend's birthday, you can also fake having confidence, even if you're just starting off learning self-defense, or have no training at all. No one would know but you. And if you follow the rules that any great entrepreneurial speaker would tell you, where you keep your chin up, shoulders back, chest puffed, and eyes forward, you just might be able to pull it off. But before I completely discourage you from learning self-defense, I have to add that self-defense is a real tool that has been known to truly help people in difficult situations. A study by Model Mugging showed 3 important facts. 1, 98% of participants never face a dangerous situation, leading them to never need to use self-defense, even though they'd learned it. 2, 80% of participants who were in a dangerous situation were able to de-escalate the situation just by showing their confidence to the instigator. And 3, 97% of participants in an altercation were able to successfully use self-defense to protect themselves. After hearing statistics like this, and with my own love for martial arts, my nonprofit Fit for Good Academy maintains the mission to teach self-defense and confidence to youth for free, as it's such an important skill. I've seen my young students, even those as young as 5 years old, become increasingly confident. Some who did not want to even be on camera have boldly now interrupted class to ask questions or demonstrate techniques. This only goes to show how impactful building confidence is, especially on our youth. I'm so proud of my students for their spirit and willingness to learn, and their self-confidence may save or enhance their life one day. And while it may feel kind of late to go into martial arts, trust me, and the millions who have decided to learn at any age, self-defense only makes you feel safer, stronger, and more confident. And now, you'll get to use your confidence as your best self-defense. So till you learn self-defense, remember, fake it till you make it. Thank you.